Okay, wonderful. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome back. It is Monday. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Let's get right to it. Start in child's pose, coming onto your hands and knees. Separate the knees a little wider than the hips, toes together. Relax your hips to your heels. You can reach arms forward. If you choose on the mat, you can also reach the arms back behind you. Just taking a moment as we start our practice, as we start our day, as we start our week. Just settling into the stretch. Let the body just feel heavy in its space, right? Just really letting go. Start to bring awareness to the breath. And lengthening the breath each time you inhale, each time you exhale. Firing up your Ujjayi breath. Let's take 3 more deep breaths right here. Come up onto your hands and knees. Spread the fingers wide. Let's get right to it. Downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back. Walking out your feet in the first down dog of the day. Pedal out the heels. Big inhale, lift the heels high. Exhaling, sink the heels back toward the mat. Rolling forward to plank pose, lining up the shoulders over the wrist, and with little readjusting between the hands and the feet, return to down dog, heels back toward the mat. Pick up the right leg, put a bend in the knee so the hip rolls open, drop the head down, maybe peek under the left arm, make circles with the right foot, or even if you're just pointing, flexing the foot, just so we can get into the ankle joint a little bit here. Start to slow it down, drop the right hip a little, pull the knee in toward the nose, round it in, shoulders over the wrist. Inhaling the right leg up, exhaling to low lunge, step your foot through the hands. You can drop the back knee to modify or keep it lifting, take your twist with the right arm reaching high. Make sure the right heel is anchored on the mat, the right knee pointing forward. Look up if you can, take 1 more deep breath in. Exhale the right hand down, return to down dog, stepping the right leg back. Big inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Slide it through into low cobra, bhujangasana. Bring it back to your down dog, hips up and back, heels toward the mat. Switch up the sides, pick up the left leg, deep bend in the knee so the hip rolls open, head down, peek under the right arm, maybe rolling the left foot at the ankle or pointing, flexing. Start to slow it down a bit. Drop your left hip, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step your foot through. You can drop the back knee to modify or keep it lifting. Pick up the right arm. Take your low lunge twist. Maybe even step your left foot an inch or so out to the left side. Look up, maybe 1 more inhale. Exhaling, lower the left hand. Let's step forward to the front of the mat. Fold over the legs. And with your feet about hip width distance apart, Take hands to opposite elbows as you fold over the legs. Slowly begin rolling up to stand. Take your time as you uncurl all the way up. Chest up, shoulders back. Tadasana, mountain pose, standing nice and tall. Inhale the arms around and up overhead. Look up at your thumbs. Exhaling, dive over the legs. Lifting up the chest on the inhale. Exhale, step to plank, or you can jump it to chaturanga. Lower halfway or modify. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhaling back to your down dog or taking child's pose. 3 deep breaths. Of course, please feel free to modify any part of your practice today. One more breath. Putting a little bend in the knees, start looking forward through the hands. Step or hop the feet up to the front of the mat. Lifting the chest on the inhale, maybe palms to shins. Exhaling, round down, fold over the legs. Stepping your feet together, toes and heels touch. Bend the knees nice and deep, Utkatasana. Lift the arms, shoulders out of the ears. Let's bring palms together at the heart. Take a twist to the right. Bring your left elbow outside the right knee. Keep the tailbone dropping down, chest lifting up. Let's take one more breath. Inhale to center. Let's go to the left. Bring the right elbow outside the left knee. Looking over the left shoulder. Big inhale, return to center. Exhaling, dive over the legs. Stepping both feet back into plank pose. Take an inhale. Lower to chaturanga on the exhale. Upward facing dog. Exhaling back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, warrior one. Step your foot through the hand. Back heel spins down. Float the arms up. As the arms reach up, the shoulders move down. Keep the right knee bending deep. Look up if you can. One more deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank pose. You're also welcome to just step it to down dog if you want. Otherwise, we're flowing through. Meeting back in our downward facing dog. Switching up the sides, big inhale, left leg up. Exhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana, right heel, 45-degree angle, lift the arms. Press down through the legs, lift up out of the waist, look up if you can. Let's take one more deep breath in. Exhale the hands to the mat, plank pose, or just press back to your down dog. Let's give it a couple of deep breaths. You're welcome to take child's pose if you choose. Good. From your downward facing dog, start looking forward through the hands. Step or hop the feet to the front of the mat. Chest up on the inhale. Exhaling, round down and fold. Feet together, Utkatasana. Palms to prayer at the heart, twisting to the right. Look over the right shoulder. On an inhale, come to center, then dive over the legs with your exhale, stepping your left foot back in low lunge. Warrior one, back heel spins down, float the arms up. Sweep the arms back behind you, interlace all 10 fingers, chest high. Warrior three, back leg up off the mat, level the hips. Chest forward, press the left heel back. One more breath. Let's bring it back to warrior one with the left foot back, heel down, arms high. Warrior two, take it out to the side. Start to straighten out the front leg, turn the right toes in. Feet are wide apart, dive over the legs. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Hands resting on the mat. You can always soften the knees if you need to bend them a little bit. Crown of the head down if the legs are straight. Avoid locking the knees, slight micro bend. Give it one more deep breath. Big inhale, we're lifting the chest. Bring your hands to the waist as you exhale with a flat back. Press all the way up. Return to your warrior two at the front. Turn the right toes forward, bend the right knee, arms out. Reverse the warrior, inhale, right arm high. Low lunge, windmill the hands to the mat. Turn on the back toes, take side plank while you're here. Your left hand is down. Stack the right leg on top of the left. You're facing the right side of the room. Lift the right arm. Modify if you choose. Bottom knee to lower, or maybe right leg lifted up. Let's give it one more deep breath in. On the exhale, lower the top arm, return to center. Meeting in down dog. Again, maybe flow through, maybe just press right back. Deep breaths wherever you are. On your next big inhale, lift the right leg up. Step to low lunge, bring your foot through the hands. Step all the way to the front of the mat, fold over the legs. Head down, heel toe the feet all the way back together. Utkatasana, sit deep, lift the arms. Palms to prayer at the heart, take a twist to the left. Hook the right elbow, look over the shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, dive over the legs. We're stepping the right foot back in low lunge. Warrior one, heel down, float the arms high. Sweep the arms back, change the grip as you interlace fingers, opposite pinky finger on top. Warrior three, lean into it, right leg comes off the mat. Hips level, chest forward. Press the right heel back, one more breath. Let's return to warrior one, right foot back, heel down, arms up. Warrior two, take it out to the side, look over the left middle finger. Straightening up at the left leg, turn the left toes in, face the right side of the room, dive over the legs. If you want to try something different on this side, you can grab onto your toes. If you want to interlace all 10 fingers behind the back, maybe give that a go. Rules the same with the legs. Slight micro bend in the knees, or you can bend them if you need. And start to come all the way back up. Return to warrior two at the front, arms out, turn the left toes forward. Reverse the warrior, sweep the left arm high. Low lunge, lower the hands to the mat. Side plank, Vashisthasana, right hand down, roll to the outer right foot, stack the left leg on top. Facing the left side of the room. Try the same variation here you did on the first side. One more breath. Let's take it back to center plank. Meeting in down dog. Again, you can either press straight back or flow through. Let's give it another deep breath or two. Inhaling, lift the left leg. Step to low lunge, bring your foot through the hands. Step all the way up to the front of the mat, fold over the legs. Separate the feet hip width distance apart, approximately the space of 2 fists between the feet. Padangusthasana, grab onto big toes, yogi toe lock. Chest up on the inhale. Exhale, round it down, fold over the legs. Big inhale, we're lifting the chest. Exhaling, releasing out the toes. Padahastasana, hand to foot pose. Lift the fronts of the feet, slide the hands under. As you exhale, drop the toes down, head down. One more deep breath. Inhaling, lift the chest. Exhaling, releasing out the hands. Bring the hands to the waist, flat back. Press up slow all the way to stand. Keep the hands on the waist as you stand nice and tall. Drop the shoulders back, shift your weight to the right leg, bend up at the left knee. You can either hold it here with the left knee bending if you want to go for it. Straighten the left leg out. Your standing leg is solid. Try to keep the hips level. Maybe even point the toes if you like. That's up to you. Lift the arms high without sinking back. Keep the shoulders over the hips. Let's take one more deep breath. Coming into Warrior 3, sweep the left leg straight back as the arms reach straight forward. One more breath. Revolved Half Moon pose. Lower your hands to the mat. The left hand stays down. Maybe put a block under the hand. Pick up the right hand. Take your twist. Lift away from the mat. Lift your left leg away. Turn your gaze toward the right. Maybe look up at your right fingertips. Take one more deep breath. Low lunge, lower the right hand, step the left foot back. Good. Lower the back knee down on the mat. Walk your right foot over to the right side of the mat and take the right hand inside the right foot. Coming into a brief lizard pose. I like to angle my toes out towards about 1 o'clock or so just to give myself a little bit of space to stretch into. So feel free to do that. Let's take one more deep breath. Good. Then lift the back knee up off the mat. Step back to your downward facing dog. Bring the right leg back. Shake it off if you choose. If you want to flow through your plank chaturanga, you can. One more breath. From your down dog, little bend in the knees, look forward, walk or hop the feet up. Chest up on the inhale. Exhale, round it down. Big inhale, sweep the arms around and up. Urdhva Hastasana, look up at your thumbs. Tadasana, mountain pose. Relax the arms by your side. Hands to your waist. Shift your weight to the left leg, bend up at the right knee, hips level. You can either keep the right knee bending to begin with, or if you choose, straighten the right leg out. So standing tall without sinking back. You can point the right toes if you want. Try to keep the hips level, lift the arms. Let's give it one more breath. Warrior 3, right leg, slowly sweep it back, arms forward. One more breath. Lower both hands to the mat, keep the right leg lifting, chest up, head up. Parvrita Ardha Chandrasana, Revolved Half Moon. Keep the right hand down, maybe a block under the right hand, lift the left arm. Shift your gaze to the left, maybe peek up at your left fingertips. Give it one more deep breath. Lower the left hand, low lunge, touch the right toes back on the mat. Lower the right knee to the mat, walk the left foot out, keeping it on the mat, but just give yourself some space, both hands inside the left foot. Brief lizard pose, just opening up through the hips. Let's take one more deep breath. And lifting up the back knee, down dog, step the left leg back. Feel free to hold or feel free to flow through. Deep breaths. Let's grab a brief child's pose, lower the knees. Separate the knees, toes together, hips to heels. And coming back up onto your hands and knees. Bring it back to down dog. Pick up the right leg. Open up the hip with the right knee bending. Head down, maybe peek under the right arm. You're welcome to hold it right here. Nice deep stretch for the hamstrings, the hips. Still an inversion here as well. If you want to take the flip, Ardha Chakrasana. It is a half wheel pose. Carefully step the right foot behind you. Pivot the feet to face the same way as the knees. Hips up, right arm reach it high. Let's give it one more deep breath. Bring it back to your down dog split. Lower the right hand, lift the right leg back up. And bring the right knee to the nose. Inhale the right leg up. On your exhale, bring the right knee to left elbow. Step your right foot all the way through, then lower your right hip all the way down on the mat. Yeah, you can keep the back toes tucked or untucked, whatever is reasonable here. Elbows down, forearms down. If this is deep enough of a stretch, you can keep it right here. If you have space to do so, if you feel good and you want to work it a little deeper, bring your torso all the way to the mat. Reach the arms out to the sides like airplane wings to the left and to the right. Maybe even take your left hand to your extended leg there, right? You can keep looking toward the left, or if it's only okay, well, if and only if it's okay on your neck, you can turn your gaze toward the right. Let's take one more deep breath. And releasing out with the hands to opposite sides of the chest, press up. Lift the right leg off the mat, bend at the knee, come into pigeon pose. Extending the left leg back, sit tall. Prop yourself if you need. Props under the right hip or thigh, hips level. If you're good here, you can work it a little deeper. Walk the hands out, forehead down. If this is no good, please modify on your back, doing the reverse figure 4. Surrender into the stretch. Let's give it another deep breath. Walking the hands back in, lift the head, the chest up. Any props under the right hip or thigh, just scooch them out to the side. Roll to the right leg. Bring the left leg around, Janu Shirshasana. Your left leg straight, right foot press it against the inner left thigh. Sit tall. Hips squared off to the front of the mat. Lift the arms, big inhale. Exhale, reach forward, use a strap or belt or something if you need, so you can get a more reasonable grip here. Deep breaths. One more breath. Inhaling, chest up. Exhaling, releasing out the front foot. Let's bend up at the knees, roll back slightly off the tailbone, lifting both legs. You can keep both knees bending. Navasana, boat pose. If you want to challenge yourself, I know it's Monday still, but feel free if you want to go for it. Straightening out the legs, gazing at the toes. Let's give it another deep breath. Start to bend at the knees, cross at your ankles, come forward to hands and knees. Let's meet in down dog. Feel free to flow through if you like. All right, switching up the sides. Left leg lifted high. Put a bend in the knee, open the hip. Head down, peek under the right arm. You're welcome to hold it right here. If you want to take the flip, step the left foot back, nice and easy. Pivot the feet and the knees. Hips high. Left arm, reach it over. Nice heart opening stretch. Let's take one more breath. Start to release it out nice and easy. Left hand down, left leg up. Good, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Step the left foot all the way through. I'm going to turn around so you can actually see me. Left leg through the right side. Lower the left hip all the way down on the mat. So the back leg, the back toes, maybe they're tucked, maybe they're untucked. Don't sweat it too much either way. Bending at the elbows. Forearms down. You can hold it here, or if you're going for it, torso to the mat, arms out to the sides like airplane wings, to the left, to the right. Maybe the right hand holding onto your extended leg. Maybe if and only if it feels okay on your neck, you can shift your gaze, look over the left shoulder. Let's give it one more deep breath. As you release out, the hands to opposite sides of the chest start to lift away from the mat. Pick up your left hip, bending at your knee, pigeon pose. Right leg, slide it back, chest up. Use blocks or blankets under the left hip or thigh if you need. Level the hips out. If you're good here, make sure the right toes point back. Then you can walk the hands out. Lower your forehead to the mat. If you're not, turn around, lay down on your back, doing the reverse figure 4. Soften the hands, soften the shoulders. Let's give it another deep breath. Releasing out, walk the hands in, lift the head, the chest up. Removing any props from under the left hip or thigh. Roll to the left leg, your back leg, the right leg sweeps around. Janu Shirshasana, your right leg straight. Sit tall, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, come forward and grab the right foot. Shoulders back. Lengthen the crown of the head forward. One more breath. Inhaling, chest up. Exhaling, release the leg. Bending up at the knees, roll back slightly off the tailbone. Navasana, legs up. You can keep the knees bending or straighten out the legs. One more breath. Start to bend up at the knees. This time, let's roll down onto the back. When you roll down, you can hug the knees in toward the chest. If it feels good, maybe rock a little side to side, happy baby pose. Good. Returning your feet to the mat. Let's do a little brief bridge pose. So I'm grabbing a block here, and you can do this with or without the block, completely up to you. You can get a really nice stretch propping yourself under the lower back. So your choice. If you're not using a block, separate the feet, press down through the feet, lift the hips. You can interlace fingers behind the back or grab onto the edges of the mat. Hold here, breathe. Or if you want to grab a block, slide it under the lower back. I'm putting it under the middle height, right behind the sacrum. You certainly can go on the tall side of the block if you want a really big stretch, a nice front body opener. Just let the arms relax out by your sides. Make sure the feet remain firmly on the mat. All 10 toes point forward, knees pointing forward. Let's give it another deep breath or two. Releasing out. If you're using a block or something, lift the hips, remove the prop, lower back onto the mat, bring the knees in toward the chest. Rock a little if you choose, happy baby pose if you choose. Good. Bring your feet back down to the mat, soles of the feet together, knees drop out to the sides, Supta Baddha Konasana. You can take blocks if you choose underneath the knees, or blankets if you have particularly tight hips and this is uncomfortable, right? You can modify that. You can even angle the blocks in if that's what you have, so that way it just feels pretty good on the legs. If you're otherwise good, just go without. Rest the hands on the legs or on your belly, or even just letting the arms drop out by your sides. Deep breath. Stay present. Good. Let's give it another deep breath or two. Good. Folding the knees back together again. Working briefly into the inversion of your choice today. If you want to work on shoulder stand, Sarvangasana, lift the legs, hands to the lower back, legs up, right? You can grab a prop for under the lower back, similar to our restorative bridge pose, right? Lift the legs, arms out. You can go legs up the wall if you want to do a little something else, dolphin pose. It's a modified headstand, Shirshasana, right? Your head does not actually touch down on the ground in this variation, but it is a nice shoulder strengthener if you want to go for it. Elbows stay down, forearms down, interlace the fingers, making a little fist. Start tucking the toes, lift the hips up and back. All right, so think of it like a down dog with your elbows and forearms down. And your down dog is an inversion, so something to keep in mind as well. But this is a nice variation, nice way to strengthen the body while releasing the lower back and getting an inversion. Let's give it another deep breath or two. Good. Releasing out of wherever you are. If you're in headstand or dolphin, your knees come down, you can go right into a child's pose. If you're doing shoulder stand, Sarvangasana, or any of the other variations with the legs up in the air or legs up the wall, you're going to lay down on your back, fish pose, right? Chest up, head back. You can use a block or something between the shoulder blades if you like, or come onto your belly for cobra pose, Bhujangasana. We did that one at the start of practice. Deep breaths. Let's give it another deep breath. And coming out of your counter pose. Good. Let's have a seat one more time. Extend both legs straight out front. Let's do a seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. The feet flexed. You can always put a soft bend in the knees if you need to for the hamstrings or the lower back. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, come forward and grab your feet. You can hold on to toes or heels, use a strap. Anything that's going to help get you a good grip as you reach forward. Let's grab another deep breath. Inhaling, chest up. Exhaling, release the feet. And letting go, you're lowering down onto your back. Bring the knees in toward the chest. Feel free to rock a little side to side. Grab a happy baby pose as you just work out the final kinks in the body, setting up your Shavasana this morning. Closing the eyes. Letting go of the Ujjayi breath. Soften the space between the eyebrows, unclenching the jaw. Once again, just let your whole body feel heavy on the mat, so the mat is fully supporting you, lifting you up. Start to bring awareness back to the body. Deepening the inhales. Deepening the exhales. Maybe wiggling fingers, wiggling toes. Gently roll the head side to side. Reach the arms overhead. Enjoy a nice waking stretch. Bring the knees in toward the chest one more time. Rolling slowly to the right side, pausing here for just a moment. Keeping the eyes closed a little while longer, come back up to a comfortable seated position on the mat. Bringing palms together at the heart. Relax your chin to your chest. Taking a moment once again as you reconnect to the breath. Taking an opportunity to honor your efforts and honor your practice today. Namaste.